to the field of play.
Well, we've got a rising star, the 2019 World Youth Champion, up against the 2009 World Youth Silver Medalist. Semi-final number 2 of the compound men's individual here in Paris.
On target number 1, representing Puerto Rico, Pizarro. On target number 2, representing Norway, Faugstad. The line judge for this match is Nakano Maki.
So here we go, semi-final number 2 on target 1, Jean Pizarro of Puerto Rico, athlete coach, his federation's president, I understand, 29 years old, the world number 11. No stage medals for Pizarro. Anders Faugstad from Norway is 22 years old and the world number 21. He also has no stage medals, but won the silver in 2018 at the European Championships. Both of them with 2 chances to get stage medals here. The winner will confirm it, and it's Faugstad of Norway to shoot first.
10-10.
Yeah, not uncommon for that first arrow to go left. I wonder if that's the difference between the practice range, which is over to their right against that massive castle wall, and now they're a little bit more open. We know the wind has been going right to left in this stadium.
Overcorrection?
Yeah, possibly. Hear the noise as they crunched into the target.
Well, starting with arrows flying around the target here, a 3-point deficit already for Pizarro. And to beat Kim Jong-ho and Abhishek Verma en route to this semi-final, whereas Faugstad, well, he took out Fullerton in the last round, a Yang of career in the quarterfinals. Sorry, the third round, I should say.
Just looking at the anchor points, these different archers where they pull the string into their chin. You want the string or the compound to be on the tip of your nose, corner of your mouth, and then solid anchor point on the chin as well. Fingers, so your knuckles of your fingers then into your jaw.
Well, Pizarro flying them all round the tan. Pizarro all round the 9 in the previous end, shoots first and finds the middle of the target. That will give him some comfort. He's got a 3-point deficit to recover already. Morten Bow there counting down Faugstad. He was running out of time there. The coach for Norway. Bad man to have in the camp for Faugstad, former world champion. Well, that's a good recovery from a 27 in the first to a perfect in the second. It's going to close the gap by at least one. Make that two, because that's another 9. So a 28 for Faugstad. And just that little bit of pressure from Pizarro puts him right back in the match after 2.
Yeah, you can see him standing there with his coach Morten Boe, himself a great archer, world medalist, been around a long time. All that experience in your coach's box is going to help.
Sound a little obvious, but it's a good name for an archer, isn't it, Boe? 4 career medals at World Championships, including a gold in 2001 in the team event in Beijing, silver in the individual in Madrid in 2005, along with a silver in the team event that year. He got the individual bronze medal in Beijing as well. So very experienced Morten Boe in the camp for Anders Faugstad. Faugstad has had his lead cut by 2/3, but we're going into the third end. Pizarro is still trailing by 1.
Little movement of that front arm. I think he thought that was going to go off, but straight in the 10 again. Oh. Love that crunch. That's why you got to check your arrows.
Another perfect from Pizarro. Pressure building here.
He had to reset. Look, he's shaking so much that he can't keep the arrow on the rest. He's only got 20 seconds to make this shot.
Oh, where's this gone? Oh. It's gone into the centre as well. It looked like he was continuing to draw as he was trying to reset the arrow.
Well, he didn't have any time, so he just had to get on with it. The problem is, if your arrows are a little bit short, some archers can hold onto the front of the bow and flick the arrow with their first finger back onto the arrow rest. But if your arrows are a little bit short, sometimes you don't have that option. But he had to start drawing, he had to start hurrying up, because he was going to get timed out otherwise.
Wow. Well, to then recover from that to shoot a 10, come through a very nervy moment there. I wonder how he's handling that.
Yeah, he did really well, didn't he? Just checking over his arrows. We did hear some crunching as they were going down into the target, even from that last end as well. So really important to check those knocks for any damage. Back of the arrow.
We get some of the reactions from the archers as they release their arrows.
I think that was a bit of telling off to himself just there, wasn't it?
I think it was, but he got away with it. I mean, he really got away with it in a big way. It's time now for the fourth end here. Pizarro still trailing.
This guy walked onto the line with his hand still on his hip, so I think he was still in the last end. He's got to put that out of his mind. Nodding as if he deserved it. or knowingly out in the 9.
Well, still has a 1-point lead, Faugstad. But this could be a couple of arrows that form a turning point in the match. Pizarro puts it into the 10 for a 29 for his first drop point for 3 ends. Tend to maintain the lead. It's another 9. So we are all square going into the final end here, and all of a sudden it looks like the momentum has shifted over to Puerto Rico.
Yeah, for me, Anders just hasn't got over the stress of the end before. He's still moving slowly and his brain seems to be somewhere else. He's got to just cut that out. That's gone now. Get back into it. He didn't have a bad group there. Look at it. It's just a little bit high right. Just needs to move that back down in there. There's nothing major going wrong. Body language says a lot.
Allez, l'occasion pour nous, mesdames et messieurs, ici au château de Vincennes, de montrer notre appréciation pour le Norvégien Anders Faugstad.
Well, you look at these archers at full draw, you can see how much pressure they've been under. It's a long week, isn't it, having to shoot your qualification arrows, 72 of those, and then come through the elimination stages. Both of them having shot 4 matches to get to this point, having shot their qualification. Plus any team involvement, of course. But all square after 4 ends. Faugstad will shoot first in the final end. Makes a little adjustment. Puerto Rico now with Pizarro has a big opportunity. And for the first time in the match, Puerto Rican has the lead. Well, clung on to that one for a long time. It sounded like someone dropped something on or near the shooting line, which may have been a distraction.
Oh, just watching that arrow come off the rest again, you can see the nerves. Got it moving.
So a huge opportunity here. 8 to draw a level for Pizarro. Anything more and he's in the gold medal match. Brilliant stuff from Jean Pizarro. A 1:45 to win this, and it just goes to show it ain't over until it's over. The Puerto Rican has turned this one around. They're still looking down the range here. Morten Bo perhaps thinks there's an opportunity here for a measure to improve things. I'm not sure Anders Faugstad thinks so. Oh, it's so close. It's so close. Not quite sure it's cutting the line, but we cannot tell from this angle, and that's when a magnifying glass comes out. This is an important measure. We're going to see another shoot-off here. It's gone up! It's gone up! That arrow has been marked up for Anders Faugstad. Well, still, I say, it shows it ain't over till it's over. The Puerto Rican was out of this, and I'm not sure Faugstad can believe this. It looks like one of the arrows has been marked up, and it is all square. 145 plays 145, and we are going to get treated to another shoot-off here in Paris, and I'm not sure anyone believed it, including me. We thought that was clearly out, but it just goes to show you need to do the measure right next to the arrow.
Yeah, this is a really tough one because Pizarro really thought, I think, that he'd won, and when you get that emotion of, you can just relax a little bit and through, and all of a sudden we're back into the shoot-off. So 1 arrow shoot off. They're going to change the target faces. It's going to be closest to the middle to win. And this is all about getting that spot into the gold medal match to try and get your spot for the finals. Huge.
Yeah, a massive for the winner in the fact that neither of these two have won a stage medal between them. So the athletes wait on as we watch the targets being changed. But I think it's still, yes, I get the emotion of thinking that you've won, but Pizarro was out of this, and as Faugstad had this one in the bag. And
yeah, Pizarro, we thought Pizarro had won and gone through.
But earlier on, if you look at the scores earlier on, it was only when we got into the 4th end that Pizarro got back into it to draw level on 116.
Yeah, he had been trailing, hadn't he, all the way through.
And so he's fought his way back into it. And in the end, yes, he thought he'd won it in the final end. But still, you've got to go back to that 4th end and go, well, that's where it turned around on that very last arrow of the 4th end. Well, what a moment here for both of these guys. Emotions running high on both sides of the shooting line. 1 arrow to decide who goes into the gold medal match against Nicolas Girard of France. The loser will get a chance to go for the podium here against Braden Gelantine in the bronze medal playoff. But 1 arrow to decide the winner of the second compound men's individual semi-final. Faugstad will shoot first.
Oh, what a shot inside the X-ring.
There's space to the middle, not very much. Well, he holds on for a long time. That's hit the 10, but it's higher and further away from the center. And look at the relief on Anders Faugstad's face there. He can't believe he got into the shoot-off, but he has won it, and he will face Nicolas Girard for gold. Jean Pizarro's got very little time to recover. He's going to face Braden Gelantine for bronze very shortly.